Good morning for another Saturday morning coffee episode. Got a couple of topics, there we go, and I got my iced coffee ready to go. So let's dive on in. Welcome back to Alcove, Saturday morning coffee, where I just go through a couple of topics that I don't think I can make a full episode out of, but I still wanted to talk about. So the first up, let me get started with a drink of coffee here. The first up, Sony patented attempting to patent an autoplay feature that would roll out with the PlayStation 5. Essentially, this is just going to be using AI to review your gaming style, and then you can sit back and watch as the AI plays the game for you. It's kind of like your own personal streamer doing exactly what, essentially you would do. Needless to say, backlash been pretty high online. I'm seeing both sides of it though. On one hand, just play the fucking game, or watch a YouTube video, or watch a streamer. Go support a streamer that's playing the game you're interested in. Just a thought. There are ridiculous numbers of streamers now. I'm sure one of them is playing the game you want to play. Now, also, on the other hand though, wouldn't it be nice not to have to sit there and grind out the same thing for 20 hours to get an achievement, or have to sit there and just on your farm, like, I have nothing else to do this season other than just raise these crops in Stardew Valley. So, there goes another 10-15 hours of just doing crops until the summer gets here, and that's when I got stuff to do. So okay, I see that side. Also, I'm gonna put this one out that I'm not really seeing people talk about. Think about the accessibility feature of this. You could, people who are not quite capable of playing like immersive or like super difficult games like Dark Souls or something, just because of it's naturally not an accessible game. This opens it up to them. So once I thought about that part, then I was like, oh, okay, hold up. I'm kind of about this. That's not a bad idea. I think, initial reaction is like, hell no. But I think if people like dive in into this a little bit more, they maybe realize, okay, you know what, it's not so bad. Also, it might be nice to just set up the grinding while I go and do some dishes. Then I don't have to worry about it. That's my personal opinion on it. But Sony was hoping to, like I said, roll this out in PlayStation 5 or whatever, future console iterations they have. And they're going to be pulling that information from the cloud to kind of figure out what your gaming style is. Well, the AI will be. And it's apparently part of a larger strategy to begin implementing AI. And let me tell you what, maybe I know where this opinion comes from. It comes from playing Mass Effect. I hate the way that we use the word AI. It just makes me feel like none of these are like true AIs or like general artificial intelligence, which is the category of AI that I just go straight to thinking. Because when I think of the word AI, I think of like how I was introduced to the idea of artificial intelligence, which is through Mass Effect, where an AI is just like super intelligent and can do anything, and does this unit have a soul kind of thing, and we use AI just basically for a glorified chatbot, and it drives me crazy. But it is so hard for me to wrap my brain around the idea that AI is actually more of a category of different kind of like, oh gosh, I guess you can, like I said, chatbots on steroids and other things like that. And you have generalized AI, which is not something that we've achieved yet, which is, that, like I said, that conception that I have in my head. It just, I don't know, I just cannot get over this, and it just irrationally, I think what happens is that in the back of my head, it just automatically puts me opposed to anything AI, because I don't feel like it's the right name. I wish we would adopt a better name for these. I don't know, let's go off of the Mass Effect model. Let's just call it virtual intelligence. I like that way more. Makes this way easier. And I think it's probably, a little bit more appropriate. But what do I know? Next topic, let me take a quick drink of my coffee here. Okay. Next up is it was a good week for media announcements and trailers. We got to start off the week with a new Deadpool and Wolverine trailer that dropped on Monday and coming to theaters July 26th. But this was a sick ass trailer. We got a giant Ant-Man head who his skull that was inside the helmet was literally being used as like a house or like some kind of base, and out in front of it was like 6 or 7 versions of X-Men bad guys that we've seen in movies over the years. It was just sick. We're gonna have so many X-Men bad guys popping up in this, and I'm stoked. I don't know if they're all going to die by the end of this movie, like Deadpool and Wolverine take them all out, or if they're just like, all right, here's a group of the bad guys that we're gonna start seeing that could pop up in any future Marvel movie. Who knows? Remains to be seen. We also got possibly what looks like a younger ancient one. That we have already, the ancient one that we've already been introduced to, and so that's exciting. I'm definitely thinking this must be taking place in an alternate timeline, and if that's already been confirmed, I apologize. I've not been paying attention. Much like many other people, I've definitely gotten to be out of the loop for Marvel stuff, but I kind of think this might be the movie that drags me back in, and getting to watch Marvel again. So I have high hopes for it. But some other exciting things. We also got the early access trailer for Mandalorian, which looks just fucking awesome. And this a Dark Souls version of playing as a crab. It's called like Another Crab's Treasure, and you literally just walk around as a crab doing like Dark Souls boss fights. Sick. At one point, apparently you get a gun for a shell. Wild. I will not be playing that because I am awful at these Dark Souls styles games. But one thing I wanted to draw some attention to, the best announcement, I think, for media this week is that PBS announced a Roku exclusive retro channel with their content from the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. That means we're going to be getting like Krat's Treasure, Thomas and Friends, Zaboomafoo, hell yeah, Reading Rainbow, and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Are you kidding me? What a great channel. And it's, like I said, free, supported by ads on Roku. Unfortunately, it's exclusive to Roku. But there's so many Roku channels, or so many Roku TVs out there. Like most people I know have a Roku TV, and if you don't, you can get a Roku stick, whatever. And that one-time purchase of a Roku stick, and you get access to a ridiculous number of free content. Go for it. Anyways, my wish list though for this is I have got to see the old school Sesame Street. That's what I would love. I have no idea if I'm ever actually going to tune into this because I don't have kids yet, but old school Sesame Street kind of goes hard. So I would love to see that out there as an option. I think a lot of families would actually really love that. But we'll see. I'm gonna have to take another drink. I think I'm speaking a little fast today. See, I think I'm overcompensating for the fact that I'm like hungover and feel awful because I went out for somebody's birthday last night, and I don't usually go out at all. So it's feeling a little rough. Okay. Yeah, okay. The FTC banned non-compete clauses in the United States with the minor exemption for senior level executives. Hell yeah. I mean, this is great news for the average American. This is historically, non-compete clauses have historically been used to lock people into their jobs and keep them from finding better alternatives or better options. And it's just, you know what? On one hand, I get that, we don't want our trade secrets to get out. But you know what? Corporations have all the power in the country. and in this country, and average American just needs a little bit of a leg up to try and have a better life, especially with the insane housing crisis that we have, the financial crisis that we're entering, because of the cost of living. So you know what? This is a huge win. I don't have anywhere to go with this one. I just wanted to give a shout out. I'm really excited about it. Let me take another drink of coffee. Oh, sorry, I'm trying not to say that every time, but I feel awkward not saying it because then I've just had this long moment of silence. I guess you can hear the coffee, right? Okay. I'll try not to say that anymore. And also, this is a much smaller cup of coffee, so I'm actually making it through a lot quicker than I did last week. Okay. The word of the week, profundity. You know what? I forgot to write the description for profundity. So let me just pull that up. Deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought. This word came to me by way of Avatar, Braving the Elements. The Avatar, The Last Airbender, and soon to be Korra rewatch show with two of the main actors, the ones who play Zuko and Korra. I bring this up because I want to talk about seeing more discourse on these rewatch pods where the stars of shows sit down and rewatch their show and then give this background commentary, like Avatar, Braving the Elements, or Office Ladies. There's tons of TV shows that have this, right? And I've seen a lot of backlash on this because a lot of people just see it as these low effort cash grabs. But on one hand, it can easily be that, right? But I at least enjoy them because they give this behind the scenes information that's reminiscent of commentary on that DVDs used to have, and I ate that shit up. I am obsessed with learning the tiny details and the background info of the movies and TV shows that I really enjoy. I just love learning how it was made, what went into it, what was the mindset behind creating a character or an arc, a plot, whatever. I just love learning those little details, and so for that reason alone, I actually really appreciate these rewatch podcasts. I don't listen to a whole lot of them, usually because there's just too much to listen to, and I've got way too many other podcasts that I already listen to on a daily basis. I pretty much all day at work, I always have a podcast running in the background, which actually helps me stay a little bit more focused on my work. But, I lost my train of thought there. Let me see if I can pick it back up real quick. Nope, it's lost. So we're just going to end it there. Thanks for joining me for another Saturday morning coffee episode. The little alcove of my mind this weekend. Y'all have yourselves a great weekend. I got to go play in the Lorcana Set 3 Challenge. It's the first Lorcana tournament's happening. So I got that in a few hours. So I'm going to go finish preparing for that.